Hey, 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 it's Mika Day. Thanks for tuning on in. Today we've got an exciting stream here. So, should be playing and hopefully finishing up. I think I'm really close to the end, like really, really close. The secondary Archon quest. So, wrapping things up there. And then I know there's a couple of world exploration kind of things around and just exploring the area. So, that, doing a little bit of chatting and kind of running around with my new team I finally put together and got built. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so we should be able to just head on over to Natlan. I've had to be so careful here to avoid accidentally triggering anything, but just been avoiding the city like the plague. So that I don't accidentally get involved in this quest early. Ooh, that looks like a fun thing. Oh, sir, you've gone too high.
Are you running away? Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. But it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Oh, are y'all fighting again? Is that what's happening here?
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
Definitely fighting then.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
No.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
I find it a little concerning that you're concerned about that.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So she's a little stabby sometimes then, huh?
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
What's really interesting to me about her in particular is that they had another chance for like a really great fun kind of 4-star. And I know there's plenty of healer 4-stars. I know. But I'm interested in why they didn't take it. Because she would certainly be an option for one.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Aw, so cute.
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back. I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
I mean, yes, you could have.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me. But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
Oh, yeah. Now y'all are changing your tune.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
That's hilarious.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing.
Aw, how sweet.
They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
Aw.
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina? To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Oh. Hi, other Kanich.
My
Do you have anything to
apologies.
say?
I knew more than I let on. Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to become a hero.
True enough.
If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up losing things that are far more precious. But in any case, we're now on the same page. I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Night Wind.
Huh. Alright then. Ah, there she is. Oh! She's actually not that tall, is she? I mean, Kenichi's like medium-sized, right? I'm just running baby characters here, that's why. How does she compare to like... Don't mind me. I need to know for my own self. Is she taller than Raiden? Oh, they're the same. Depends if you count her hair thingy. I think. They're pretty darn close to the same, aren't they? Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Ah,
you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Oh,
Because they had their own lives to live.
fair enough.
The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
She's not wrong.
I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives.
Oh. That's almost worse, actually, because at least if she knew something, it's almost closure. Weird closure, but closure still. No, it's kind of just stuck as a mystery.
From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore.
Hello! Thanks for the follow. Going good so far.
Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
Not every day, but most days. So I take a couple of weekdays off.
You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
I love her so much. She's so good. Like, I love her.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Oh, no way. Cool.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but If they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because if you've got one lost individual and then you're done, there can't be the guarantee that every team makes it back. And every time that someone doesn't, if that's 6 people out, yeah, that makes sense.
Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name.
Ah, there we go. There's how she comes in.
We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
There we go.
My
I
lord,
said I was close.
we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
Danger. Who are you?
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
That's an interesting thing to stake on. Right there. Huh. I mean, I know the Harbingers all kind of play by their own rules, but that's definitely one of the hotter takes we've seen from them.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a mystery right there. It sounds familiar. It sounds a little like Wanderer, but that may also just be the fact that I've heard his voice more recently than a lot of other characters. I don't know. Is
You
it
don't
not?
have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
No, it's not.
What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be.
It's definitely not.
You heard something from here, didn't you?
Is it Aether? I don't know. Whose voice is that? It's the problem. I don't have any of their voices memorized. I don't know who that was. A grand mystery. Okay. Delightful. How helpful. This is where we're going next, because those level up materials are going to be very helpful. Plus, there's items of interest. And who knows what we'll find along the way. There's a friend over there.
Locked on.
Kaboom. done. I love so much that they chose to give him video game sounds as like part of the little noises that he gets. Oh, hello, friends.
Locked on.
This could be unfortunate. By a cliff is not a good place for Kaniche. That is the biggest problem I found with playing him. Oh no! Oh, that was unfortunate. Hey, hello. What? What? What just happened? Excuse me? Okay. That was weird. I guess the fall must have gotten him down in health, because before that he was much higher. Okay. Well, we'll just not accidentally fall off a cliff again. But yeah, in general, I don't have a lot of issues with Kaniche, and I adore his playstyle. But he has two weaknesses, and those weaknesses are that he gets stuck in or under stuff. The number of times I got stuck under some stupid stairs in the abyss is just unfortunate. And he tends to fall off of stuff a little bit with his skill.
Hi, I'm Looney. Are you here to help find the baby Saurians?
Well, no, but I suppose we actually might be. Where are they hiding?
Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you? Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the stick?
Paimon! You're gonna confuse the children. Be careful.
Darn it! We've been tricked, Hoonie. I should have known that Glasses guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians now? Time's running out. It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby Saurians, huh? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's Saurian got injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3 little babies.
Oh.
After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them. If Nana is your dad's Saurian, why isn't he the one looking for them? My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony, more important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him.
Ah, so you're being a problem. That's okay. You're very cute about it. Hello!
I didn't think it would take very long, but then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah, he was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now and we'll help you because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler? They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the cliff. Really? Wow! Thank you so much, Miss Traveler and Miss Paimon.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really steep. Even grown-ups have trouble climbing them.
Somehow I doubt that will be a problem here. I'm doing pretty well today.
The baby
It's been
Saurians
good.
are on the cliff, so let's find a way up.
Hope you've been good as well. Ooh. Okay. There's one! Oh! He's sitting on his tail going wobble wobble. They gave him a hat! That is too cute. Okay, we need to go. Where do we need to go? Here? Maybe? Oh, not there. This may have been a mistake. Oh, or not. Okay. Ah, that would be the alternate route. The little glasses. Oh yeah? What's up? Hmm. No way. That's awesome though. Yeah, that's awesome off the standard banner too. Great.
We found them! Wait, but what's that other... A how?
Yeah, that should be super helpful for clearing stuff for you, I betcha. Plus, she's just a great character.
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can't blame you. Such is the spell that our majesty casts on our minions.
I love him. He's so funny.
Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula shall grant you the audience that you seek. Come, pucker up. You may now kiss our feet.
The fact that he takes himself so seriously too, but it just comes off as ridiculous because he's tiny and pixelated.
Wait, aren't you like Kenichi's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met.
Nice. Yeah, that'll definitely be helpful.
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame.
Okay, if you say so, bud.
We shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenichi's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single word of mercy. Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kenichi clearly has you under lock and key.
The fact that these are our two options here, you can lean into it, which is also definitely making fun of him, or you can just kind of ignore him and not humor him at all, which is funny.
That's great, sovereign to you. You dare invite the wrath of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How. You will burn in turn fire for 1,000 years for your blasphemy.
Oh, he got all orange and angry.
If you must know, our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident near Hoytsidlan, and we chose to grant his request. Abyss incident? See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her confusion, she attacked my servant's tribe, then assailed her own offspring.
Oh no. That's not good. How could anyone attack such a cute little hatted friend?
Yikes. So how is she doing now? She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of the abyss. Naturally, she has departed for the Night Kingdom.
Oh no! That is like the worst way to break news ever. I don't. Sir, that is sad.
Such a fragile creature. Apparently, she ended her struggle by leaping from a cliff. Leaping from a cliff? My dear anemic flying ant, as addled with questions as your head may be, please keep them to yourself and wipe that absurd expression off your face. We are the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula-How, not a wish-granting fountain. Anemic flying ant! Just you wait. Two can play at the ugly nickname game.
Hi, I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing good as well.
We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer must be lurking nearby, but they are well hidden. If you encounter any suspicious outlanders, be sure to give them a robust interrogation.
Uh-huh. Okay. Danger. Yeah.
Suspicious outlanders? Wait, are you mocking us? How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky that our servant has such vile taste in friends. Otherwise, we would beat you black and blue, and then purple, then black again!
Okay. That seems a touch aggressive, but, you know, everything about him's aggressive, so...
If you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my sight. Do not impede the work of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula-How! Potty mouth on that guy! I'm on his furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
There we go. Hello, small children. We found your friends.
Wow, you're back already? That was so fast.
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop worrying about them. You're welcome. Piece of cake.
Yeah, it happens often enough.
You're not from Natlan, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing. You should come take a rest at my house.
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big Scions of the Canopy welcome. We love having guests, and you're really nice people. Not like Glasses Guy.
Who were you talking to?
By the sound of it, Glasses Guy wasn't from Natlan either, right? Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know what? Now that I think about it, there was something really fishy about him.
Uh-huh. And where did you find this suspicious individual?
Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned. Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. How did the conversation go again? Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. When are you gonna help me find the baby Saurians?
Just one more story. One more, I swear. Why don't you tell me more about that ball of fire? I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, maybe even further back than that.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Malipo comes from.
That's Kanicha's name.
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of an ancient name. That's impressive.
Uh-huh. There's a story behind every ancient name. The legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand Alliance. It was used by the tyrant Och Khan to rule over Natlan and oppress anyone who opposed him. Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, You'll feel horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away. And whatever you do, you mustn't turn back to look at it.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay, sure.
Why? What happens if you turn back?
As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
All right, then.
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but burning people alive? That is a big no-no in my book.
Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Ochkon really was an evil tyrant.
Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess. Eventually, a valiant hero came to save the day? That's usually how these stories go.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff. The hero was called Yupanqui. He's the ancestor of our tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yupanqui was friends with Ochkon the Tyrant, and also Shibalanke, the first Pyro Archon. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time. He didn't like how Ochkon was such a cruel tyrant, so he stole the Turnfire and threw it at the Ochkon's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and they all got turned to ash. And that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Ochkon calling out to him from behind. It caught him off guard, and he turned around to look.
But Ochkon wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army in ruins, and giant flames reaching up into the sky.
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes and swallowed him up.
Oh. Okay, then.
All it took was a single glance. As soon as he looked back, he was burned to a crisp.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire, or the price of turning back?
Right? Like, that's aggressive.
Nobody knows the answer. But the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned more fiercely than any other. It burned for 100 days until it burned a hole right through the ley lines.
Okay.
And then, the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
Interesting. Right? Makes you wonder what on earth happened to Kinich for him to embody the spirit enough to be, like, chosen in an activated ancient name, doesn't it?
The grown-ups say that it lights up the path
Huh.
that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, they have to accept the flames and be purified by the fire first. It's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's the story of Yupanqui's Turnfire.
Ah, a fine parable indeed. So, is it true? Is it really possible to find this fire in the Night Kingdom?
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Either way, I assume this name has been passed down in your tribe ever since?
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night. But that was 500 years ago.
Yeah, and now belongs to Kinich. So we often call him Malipo Kinich.
Kinich, huh?
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the baby Saurians for us like you promised?
I would, but doesn't the legend of the Turnfire teach us not to look back? Let's not go dredging up the past.
Oh, sir. Really? You're just gonna run around being rude to small children?
Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. Starting now. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now. Tut tut. We can't have that. Cursing is for grown-ups only.
Yeah, honestly, if he did, I wouldn't blame him.
Uncle. You'd better not be trying to trick us, or the Turnfire will get you when you die.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natlan? Uncle Glasses isn't from here, you know. Unlike you.
Huh?
Wait. Is that?
Oh.
All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah, they'll help you out on my behalf.
Well, I don't think I'd call us friends, but we certainly did end up helping out, didn't we? Huh.
Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake.
Rude.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
first,
right?
Can you tell us your name?
We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka.
Uh-huh.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Uncle Sanka, where did you go?
Oh, he gone. Yeah, that's not a friend.
Fishy character. It sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names.
Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed us too. He'll pay for this.
All he got out of us was some stories, though. What's the worst that could happen? Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kanich about this. Ahau says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. We probably shouldn't take him at his word. Huh? You know Kanich? Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal together.
Aw, man, I'm so jealous. I never even spoken to him. He's so cool. He's the Saurian hunter, and he has a really awesome ancient name.
Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Probably because of that little creep he always hangs out with. He's nasty, and he's so full of himself.
She's not wrong, but, you know, if I were Aho, I'd be a little upset too at considering the treatment he gets. Although, of course, he only gets that treatment because he's, you know, kind of rude, a little bratty.
Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too. He sure loves pushing people's buttons. Exactly. I don't know why Kanich partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead?
Uh-oh. Honey, look how late it is. We've been out way too long. We better get home now or we'll get yelled at.
Oh, yikes. You're right. Okay, well, this path here leads to our settlement. If you decide to visit, remember to come to my house. If there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon.
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Bye. Are you gonna take your tiny hatted friends with you? Because I kind of wanted to look at them again. Oh, they did. Boo! I'm sure they're in the village somewhere. I hope. Ooh, a challenge. Love a good challenge. Whoa! Where? What was that? Sir? I definitely just went the wrong way there, which is fun. I want to try that again. Okay, so we need to be like here and then go here. This is some nasty angles right there, aren't
I
there?
get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Ooh, okay, so over there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, are you talking... I guess, which one are you talking about? Specifically. Ah, okay. I haven't done that one yet. Good to know that it might be a bit difficult. I'm definitely a little bit behind the curve on that one, but I do have 2 weeks, so. Okay, I mean, makes sense. Oh. Huh. Oh, you've got a cute little friend. Hello, friend. Oh, okay. So they've all got their little different things, it looks like. Yeah, kinda. Akla, I guess, is how you'd pronounce that? Maybe? I mean, my record for pronunciation's quite poor, but it's definitely not the weirdest name I've seen. Oh. Hello. Theoretically speaking. Ah, okay. Ah. So there's like an actual postal network then. That's pretty cool. Why are you talking to me though? Okay. Don't like your choice of words there, but I'm going to forcibly ignore that one, sir. Goodbye. Ooh, we're stealing people's mail again. That's always fun. Aw, is that her dad? Are there friends around here? No. No. I was kind of hoping we'd become one of them there by doing that, but no. Just a random, boring Saurian. I want to be a Saurian with a hat.
Honey, what were you thinking, going out by yourself? Don't you know how dangerous it is?
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped us. And
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh? Oh, I suppose they had kind stranger written on their foreheads?
You know, at this point we might as well, actually, considering, that we've more or less completely lost our original vibes. Well,
yeah, actually, they did. In big, bold letters.
ah.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you too? No dinner for you tonight.
They were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner. Hello again, Hoonie. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them if they came to visit.
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. Well, I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so if there's anything you need, just ask. As an elder of the Scions of the Canopy, I've got some influence around here. Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity.
Oh.
Yep, just helping a neighbor. We're not looking for anything in return.
Oh? Well, let's hope so.
I mean, fair enough to be suspicious. These are actually like the most realistic parents, I feel like. Because they're not, you know, just letting their children run around with strangers. It's probably for the best.
Dad, please! They're not bad people! They've eaten at the same table with Kanich before! Be nice to them!
Kanich! Wait! I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they you?
And Paimon's the other!
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude to you. I feel ashamed. We got off on the wrong foot. Can we, start over?
You know, you wouldn't be the first.
Oh, now we're talking! Seriously though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and it would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome tonight.
Careful now, that's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these parts.
She's a little brave to make that joke, I feel like. Yeah.
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive indeed. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay, look after Miss Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're very special guests. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll be able to help.
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. Please, allow me to explain. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the scions of the canopy in which we remember our ancestor, Burkina, and his companion, Kangamato, the Mountain King. Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss.
He's so big! Oh, look at his little puffy cheeks! He's trying so hard to be intimidating.
They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to this day.
Uh-huh.
Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century. It is possible that the Abyssal Power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan.
Wait, is that the guy who lives in the cave that we, like, fight for Kanichta's talent materials? Is that him?
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price.
I feel like the official artwork there did him a little dirty then. Like, his real form's, like, much more intimidating. I say much more. A little more.
The abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King so that he will remain sound asleep. However, Abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in Natlan lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, it has become increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation.
Okay. So you need us to go stab him then.
Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has, We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment.
Is this like an actual canon explanation for why we have to go and randomly fight this guy over and over? I love that.
Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the Abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes, and Nana wasn't the first. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. From what I've heard about your adventures, I believe you would be perfect for the role.
Yeah, not to say no to random stuff, but like, I really don't want to take Kenichi's job.
Of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who inherited the Malipo name.
Again, why do you need us, exactly?
Oh, you mean Kenich?
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night outside of the annual schedule.
Yeah, that tracks.
An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Wyub got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?"
I mean, no, not really.
Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think?
Oh, we got all kinds of dialogue options here. Say the same thing as Kenichi did, essentially, or... Yeah, the likelihood of the third one actually happening is 0. What do you need, man?
Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Huni was right about you. You have kindness in your hearts. Come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
Okay.
Achoo! Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula behind his back?
From what we've seen, literally everybody.
Oh, great Kahul Ahau, bless you.
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You make the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahul Ahau, sick to the stomach!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta say, it's pretty hurtful.
I mean, you can't have the best of both worlds, man. You gotta pick a way.
Ugh, never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from death! Up yours, Four Eyes! We spit in your face!
They're definitely towing the line on swearing with him, which I think is so funny. Because, like, they have to not, but also, they're really kind of dancing on the line.
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and cheerful? I can only guess it's some kind of powerful magic. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it. You, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Kay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss?
Seems like no. But also, you're exactly the kind of
It's the
guy.
extreme sports. The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. That is what I call embracing the spirit of adventure.
Huh. Okay, don't buy that for a second.
Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
He sure does like to talk, doesn't he? Sir, you have got the wrong audience there for that.
You scum-sucking swine! I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
He just keeps going.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just negotiate a comfortable operating distance that works for both of us?
Right? Like, he just keeps going.
I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries. What do you say, Mr. Kinich?
Honestly, it feels like a little bit like the relationship we've got with Paimon, where she does most of the talking, if not all. And we just say words when it's necessary. Just kind of funny. Obviously, you know, they're both much sassier, and Aho has got a personality, but
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
sounds about right. Okay, let's see. Up we go. Oh, hello, friend. Where even are you trying to take me here? Oh. Okay. Ah, there's another one. So far, like just as a region, I'm quite enjoying it. It's very fun and the new mechanics are great. Like they have made it so much easier just to travel everywhere, which is so nice. Hello, llama friend. But I don't know. The Archon quest, there were parts of it that I really loved, and there were parts of it that I feel like were okay. And there were parts of it that I'm like, that wasn't necessary. That I feel like they just kind of added in for filler. But oh, the fact that that description actually uses the word floofy is great. Okay. That needs to be yellow. This needs to be yellow. Don't know about that one. Blue here? Maybe? Blue? Blue. Blue. Yeah, I think you missed it. I finished it like just
Thing
before
has
you
its
came
use.
on.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is
Just
that
the
it?
end of the... really say that to him? That's such a nasty thing. Like, it's not surprising considering it's a how, but like, come on, bro. But yeah, I did the end, like, feast kind of cutscene thing. Oh. Oh man, I wondered, because it did still show you as a viewer, but like, at least I assumed it was you. Oh, hello. Ah, go away. I need to be in not this mode, thank you. There we go. Oh, they're doing hopping. They're so cute. Oh no. Oh. That doesn't look like a friend, does it? I'm just gonna... There we go, Zhongling's back.
Get them! Teamwork is strict!
Never.
Oh, come on, y'all. No! This is the problem.
Bow before your king! The dead would blaze! Let's light it up! Yes, going in!
There we go. Seriously? Come on. Come this way a little bit. Away from that cliff, please.
Locked up.
Wind strike.
Target acquired.
Rude.
Everybody stand back!
There we go. Nope. No thank you.
Out in the corner.
Hello. Yeah. You know, I considered it.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
It's definitely kind of on the list. I'm experimenting a little bit. Yeah, they really are coming, aren't they? Today, especially. Yeah, because then you get the extra bloom damage, which would, if you flip-flop her, which also is mildly problematic for different reasons. It's definitely on my list to try her on this team. Oh, hello. Goodbye. I feel like it's not bad, but yeah, Furina's constant heals could win out.
Contamination is back. No surprises there. No doubt that explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They contain the power of the Pyro Archon.
True. I mean, you can do, I know a lot of people are running him as like, so him for the Dendro, and then you get Bloom, and then you get, like you use the fire to explode all the blossoms at once. I don't remember what that one's called, which also works decently well. Every time I do fight a Hydra enemy, that's helpful, but...
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the Turnfire are the same thing?
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least.
Yes.
Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though, the Sacred Flame is able to burn away abyssal filth, so that's why we use it in the ceremony.
Yes, that... no? Maybe not that, then. Is it Burgeon, then? Is that what I'm talking about? Like I said, I don't know. It's definitely not Hyperbloom, then, if you need Electro.
So basically, we just need to clean up the filth with the Sacred Flame.
It's like when you have your Hydro and your Dendro, and then you make the blossoms, and then you use someone with Pyro to light them all on fire all at once, and then they explode. Don't know what that's called.
Well, that's one part of it, yes, but the complete ceremony is a bit more complicated than that. First, the Flame Bearer must collect a kindling of the Sacred Flame from the starting point, then use a grappling hook to fly up into the sky and light each of the Sacred Flame pillars.
Yeah, pretty sure. I think it's Burgeon. Right? That's what they call that? Yeah, Hydrodendropyro.
Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, lighting braziers and the final altar along the way. The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground once. As much as I hate to admit it, Kanich is capable of this.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Yeah, it works actually pretty decently, which is why I considered initially running him with Barbara actually as the healer, and then you do 2 other pyros. But
well, don't worry, it's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do is turn back.
But her hydroply is so, like, you have to be touching, and Kanich doesn't do touching.
The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
If you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready?
Sure, we can do
I'll
that.
repeat all the key points again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the filth, and light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at the end.
But yeah, no, if you do...
I knew you'd miss...
And I think if you get the timing right with Furina too, you could probably manage to use her as a flip. You just have to be very careful with the timing. Just like wait till her ult's charged. Which maybe I'll do that. We'll try. We'll try it today.
Over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
Okay. Do we have that? We just have to light something on fire.
Luba, get them!
Nope, that's not it.
Race you! Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
Okay. No. I meant to be doing something with this.
Are you running away?
Yeah, Burgeon. Huh. Okay.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
That's not gonna work, is it? I do feel like they did not do a great job of explaining all the Dendro team comps you can make and like the reactions, which maybe there's something I'm missing, but I see. Okay. Well, we're gonna just do that as Keech. Okay. Huh. That's not too terrible. It does work pretty well, which is why my list of level up characters also contains, oh, what's his name? Swordsman book guy. Shu, something like that. Because he could be another third alternative for the Navia team potentially, or this team.
Claim these souls!
Glory to which none can compare. Neatly in place.
Like, it's fun to play. It does get a little chaotic. But I feel like at a certain point when you're using anybody who's lighting anything on fire, it gets chaotic anyway, so...
Time to go.
True. Which, that's the benefit of Furina, is the switch option. And again, I would more use him specifically in the Abyss, rather than out here, probably. We're gonna need... Well, it's not up here.
That should be all the braziers.
Oh.
Let's regroup with Trinidad.
Well, alright then. How convenient.
I
Yeah.
knew I was right about you. You have outperformed all of the other previous candidates.
Right, exactly.
If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
Yeah, although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer.
All right, now there's still a few days left until the ceremony, and I should probably get back so I can inform the chief and the other elders that I have found the flame bearer we need.
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kanich, but that's only because they haven't seen you in action. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and my recommendation is you.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not going to be a problem having Outlanders take on such an important role in your ceremony?
Yeah, still feels like this isn't the greatest option.
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our home. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now, it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of adventure. If we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before we have to move again and find a new home. So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree that you are the right choice.
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few final details that we need to discuss.
Okay, see you later then.
Okay.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little different. Anyway, let's take a break before heading back to Trinidad's place.
Oh, there he is. His eyes are so pretty, too. You can't really see them as well as you can right here with that close up, but oh my goodness. Ooh. A waypoint that I haven't unlocked yet. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was a waste. Ooh. Hello. What are you looking at? Probably yes. More than likely, I will, because I do need to catch up a little bit there. The alternative would be I might switch things up and then do this again tomorrow. It depends on kind of where I leave off tonight, and then do that Sunday. But it really does depend kind of feel like where I land as far as the story, whether it's at the end or whether it's at a good pause point. But we are at part 2, so I can't imagine that part 3 will take too terribly long in comparison.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Yes? Are you upset about that? Sorry.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Paimon, you don't have to lie to him.
Chill, it's cool.
Oh.
I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Oh. Okay. Thanks
Once and for
for
all?
letting us know.
You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
That's gentle for you? I mean, like, it's a little better, I guess. He's so funny.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
Mm-hmm. She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace.
And he's probably heard that we can do that, huh? Our widespread fame getting us in trouble again.
In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
Okay.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
Bye. I quite like him though, because he's like really straightforward about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush with him. He's gonna tell you exactly what he wants you to know. Straight up, which is nice.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Paimon, you're so bad at this.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony.
Uh-huh. See, now I'm curious here if he's actually gonna tell us, or if he's just gonna kinda let it be a grand accident.
We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's one point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, he ain't telling us, is he? He just is hoping for a happy little accident. Or not so happy in this case.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis.
Oh, you little liar!
But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seemed to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Or, you know, forever.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. If that's all you really need to know, the ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready.
Okay.
In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Right. We won't be doing that, because I no longer trust your answers.
Seems like Kanish was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Uh-huh. Oh, a friend. Oh, that's the chief. Oh, Wayna? Wina? Yeah, exactly.
Huh, you're here.
Kanish, Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Wayna.
Wina, okay.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kanish to invite you over for a quick chat.
Yeah, much appreciated.
I believe Kanish has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake.
Yeah, I'm with you. Much agreed.
My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kanich, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this.
Ooh, field trip with Kanich. Okay. Where are we going? We're gonna be not Kanich, because that feels, problematic. Oh, we're not even gonna get to actually, walk and talk. He's not standing there anymore either. They lost that, apparently.
Kanich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Okay. Love a good plan.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it!
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh yeah. What was it again? Oh, right! We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
I'm pretty sure he knows that by now, Paimon.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
Oh, you didn't. Who? Who is it?
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a How, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on.
Okay.
I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space.
Did you end up in the abyss? I wonder.
I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that as kind of,
So...
but not really.
So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Ah, okay. Yeah. That would certainly work.
Whoa. That sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, that makes sense if you've been dealing with something for this long. At least someone before this has to have considered it in that many years as an option.
The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Okay.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future.
Right, which also does make sense and is important.
And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
No, that's very true and very fair, which is why I like your solution. It's a little unhinged, but you know, I like it. Good vibes.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way.
Oh?
You have any better ideas?
No.
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well. After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People are gonna think you've lost your marbles.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
Alright, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me.
Okay. Sure, we can be a distraction, I guess.
I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the Flame Bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them.
We make a great distraction, Kenichi. We got you.
If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new Flame Bearer. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the Beastly Rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Wyna nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
Well, you know, what are they gonna do about it, honestly?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side.
Okay. Alright.
The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new Flame Bearer. Good luck to us both.
Okay. Ah. Gotta wait. Wait till tomorrow. There we go. Oh. So far. A whole half an hour. Oh, no, we do have to wait a whole day. Darn it. Fine. TikTok. I'm sad that they don't do the like hover up thing because I feel like the Natlan one would be so cool looking. You know? Like how they do in Sumeru where it like pops you up above
Okay,
and other
task
places
for the
too.
day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Ooh. I see. Something up there, huh? Okay. Well, probably the best way to get there. Over here. And then you should be able to go here. Ooh, chest. Love that.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
We have such good music here, too. Such a win.
Pony, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the abyss.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if we can carry on being friends.
Oh. Come on, y'all.
Toba, Huni, what's wrong?
Pony's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe, but not anymore.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward.
That's not the way to go, y'all. Calm down.
As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire Night. She's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kanich.
Ah, yes, the absolute peak requirement for an adventurer.
Wait, speaking of Kanich, where even is that guy?
Elsewhere. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't afford to make such a bad first impression.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty bad things. He was the one who turned it into a fight. Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kanich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kanich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
Aw.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you. I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire Night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Of course, we did just lie to some
Okay,
children.
take care, you two.
I'm sure that statement won't ever come back to bite us.
Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before. Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all. Come on, let's move on.
Oh, you've got llamas.
Huh? What's going on over there? Let's take a look.
Oh, interesting.
Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Oh, you do a dance too. That's kind of fun.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to learn too!
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why?
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony.
Huh. Okay, sure, I guess.
This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
Okay, oh, person whose name I am not sure how to pronounce. We're going with Thiago? Do you think it's like Diego or like Ago? Diego?
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this.
Oh, very fancy.
Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
You know, I got I got those vibes from him.
Oh, very impressive. So why'd you quit?
He's a little full of himself. That's okay.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while. Go do some exploring.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. It's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots.
Huh. Alright then.
I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age.
Uh-huh. What is it that you want exactly?
Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
I'm gonna make the assumption you don't want him.
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh?
Yep.
Then do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Uh-huh.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kanich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Interesting.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
Yeah, there it is.
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all the time. It's a piece of cake.
Wait, you're seriously gonna help me out?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way.
Alright, where is your thing, friend? All the way over here? Okay. We'll just start from up. I've already climbed that cliff twice today. I don't feel the need to do it any more times than that. Oh. Oh, come on. Really?
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Sure is.
Alright.
Yep.
Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous. We'll take care of them.
Although, I don't know, I wasn't like that high up.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your style.
Definitely fall damage. That one is for sure. We'll have to see. Is he dead? Ah, he's fine. We'll just, heal him back up. It'll be fine. Alright. This should actually be kind of a fun one here. We can go there. 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 And there. Basically just go kaboom. Oh.
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago had the sense to stay in his hiding place, or things could have gotten really hairy for him. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural. True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got bored and started doodling.
Paimon.
It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like? Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. Just photograph it.
Ah, I see. You have to take a fancy photo.
That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
Yeah, that was pretty decent. Farina definitely helps boost the damage for sure.
The show begins.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Oh.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says
Ah.
you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously, if you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Panche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book Yupanqui's Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
Ah, I see.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless. He's a shell of the man he was.
You know, you really don't have to try that hard to get us to help.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me, I beg of you.
See what I mean, Panche? Now you've run into these two, your luck's about to change, big time.
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you.
Okay. Let's see. Over here.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey! You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow.
The insults happening here.
Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right, let's see what you've got. What's this?
Honestly, at this point, this is just funny. Considering all the enemies and things we fought here.
Eat dirt, suckers!
That's rude.
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down.
Hi. Surprise.
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away.
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags.
Well, hopefully it should be easy enough to get back, at least.
All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Hoytzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy.
Oh no. Not this guy. Of all the people who shouldn't have their hands on that.
This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as if the specter of the Turnfire was always lurking in the background.
Not you.
This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yupanki's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. I can't believe it was just lying there for me to take. Let me see, the author is Ponche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Aw, come on. I want more lore.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, technically the guy's a historical record himself, so fair enough he doesn't find it interesting.
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body?
Yeah. Well, that explains a lot about Aha's voice lines, doesn't it?
When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahula demands to know!
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Well, now I don't know about that. That might be a bit of a stretch, friend.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahula is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes, oh, your doom will soon follow.
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, to heavenly thrones, to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahula How, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close.
I don't know, but my goodness, they really are both going on. This is what happens when you put two talkers into a room and just kind of close the door, isn't it? We need Kenichi here to, like, moderate.
Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
It just keeps going. There we go. Thank goodness.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. But now, well, not exactly. but I thought my research might at least be a starting point.
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Shibalanke's power.
Oh. Right, because it would be one of just a few then.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
You know, that's a fair point.
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly?
Yeah, let's not, bring that one up.
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange.
Yeah, okay.
It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kanich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kanich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kanich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Okay. Go have a chat. A lovely little chat. I'm missing the, like, actually having characters present when you walk up to them here. It just helps for immersion purposes.
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire Night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago.
Oh, do you have secret lore? You
Burkina
do.
didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
He really is just like ultra chill.
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
Okay. Then, like, culturally, I get why we're not trying to do that, but at a certain point.
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Right. Okay. Moving's good.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow.
Delightful. I do love a man with a plan. Okay. Well, if we're gonna have to wait.
Oh, brilliant!
In the interest of not accidentally getting into a fight that we don't want to be in. Alright. Next day. There we go. Huh. I really didn't think her skill would just stay up like that. That's interesting. Okay, I assume we're going over here. Yep. Okay, see now he's standing there.
You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Here to make amends after the gross irreverence you displayed last time?
Yeah, no. Look at that expression they gave. Honestly, both of them. Like, that's accurate. Just done. That's the done expression.
Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, shall grant you the audience that you seek.
Kinich.
Now, pucker up and kiss our feet. Kinich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever! Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Kinich is just out here vibing, not even caring at all.
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you know, I might complain about her voice and all, 'cause it can be a little much, but goodness. He's not wrong.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Oh.
Kinich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your... Ugh!
Okay then. Just so
Traveler,
unbothered.
Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a How in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the Rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. First, let's try this out.
Okay. Fancy. Whoa.
They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Boop. And I'm stuck. That is dangerous. We need to be not here.
Clouds high. The birds call. Locked up.
Oh, it's very, very colored here.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
Oh.
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered. Nifty little gizmo, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and now I'm here to seize your body for his use. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cue bad guy speech and drawn-out death sequence.
At least he's like self-aware.
Huh? Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you.
Aw, gee, thanks, Kanish. How helpful.
But it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
Uh-huh.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new me. This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
Oof. Somebody didn't think that one through.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy? You looking for a fight?
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait. Of course. You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity. Let Paimon guess. You've been provoking the Mountain King too.
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes.
Uh-huh. Right.
I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is capable of more than that?
Dunno. I certainly don't think your intentions are as, unsinister as you make them sound.
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. Just happens to be in the area.
Okay.
So I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
You're mean to children.
Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich? How could you betray your partner?
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad's croaking for days, and it was all for nothing.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
I mean... basically child, right?
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us.
Traveler?
Yes?
Hey now, I may be a lowly clerk, but don't underestimate me.
Boo!
I could never beat you in a straight-up fight, but when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone.
Ah, yes. What a lovely skill you've got.
Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Darn! He got away again! Couldn't you have stopped him?
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure they'll keep him busy.
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda surprised that you actually struck a deal with someone from the Abyss Order.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best.
Okay, fair enough.
Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine. Everything has its use.
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not rotten to the core, at least.
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
That's not a brag.
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Okay.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached. Is that true?
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Well, that's one way of putting it.
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late.
Okay. That was an aversion.
You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for a legendary 500-year-old warrior.
Oh yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in, it all comes down to tomorrow night. We have to make sure we solve this problem once and for all.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Off we go on a lovely adventure.
Oh, brilliant!
team heals so much faster. It's kind of nice. My other team takes like 2 applications because Mualani's also got a big health bar. Alright, we are waiting. Deliberately and with aggression. Do we think that counts as the next day? Hard to tell. Oh, late the next day. I see. That makes sense. They did say sunset. What was that? It's a weird sound. Interesting. Cool. Alright. So we need to go back over here. I continue to remain upset by the fact that those cute little saurians are not hanging around out here. Because they really should be. Can we go into this guy's house? No. We can't even see them. Like, they should be here. If you're gonna give me a cute saurian with a hat and not let me be it, I should at least be able to see it.
Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost time for the ceremony. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony site.
Okay. Well, if you want pyro, I think we got that. We'll try it. See how it goes. My one concern here is application from Junling might not be the most consistent, but since Kenichi can grab the stupid little pineapple things, we should be fine.
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after tonight's ceremony.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great fire starts as a tiny spark. We must take it one step at a time.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief, but it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward.
Oh, just you wait. We have got a crazy bonkers plan.
Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so, but still.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kanich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous Flame Bearer.
Very well, but make it quick. Let me know when you're done, and we will begin the ceremony.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony with you yet?
Not just yet.
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but, Paimon seems to have forgotten them?
Well, we kind of did get the overview. But, like, not very well.
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn.
Well, those are much taller.
Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing of the Turnfire, and you'll have to start over.
Understood.
I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
Oh, how thank you. That's so kind. Okay, it's a spiral. Got it. So we can't just go to the middle. We have to do the whole spiral. Understood.
So that's our part. What about you?
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Might make you less nervous. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Alrighty. Can do.
Oh, Miss Traveler, you look so pretty today.
Something's gone wrong here.
You're gonna make sure the Mountain King never threatens us again, right? I believe in you. I'll be cheering you on the whole time.
Definitely a minor bug in the dialogue right there.
How are you doing? Is all in order? I'm counting on you. Don't forget what we talked about. By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on. My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again, and let the Turnfire night shine bright in Hoytzitlan.
Okay, here we go.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great
Nice.
stuff.
Okay.
Are you running away?
You're over halfway. Keep it up.
Gotcha. So we don't have to do any, like, actually attacking this time. That's good.
Impressive. Just one more to go.
Okay. Here we
One
go.
last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead.
Gonna wait for his talent to regen. There we go. Such good music they gave us for this one. Alright, see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave.
Okay.
Is this really necessary? Almost there. The cave is just up ahead.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first.
Understood. Okay. If we go down there, we should be able to get that. Get that. Go down one. Oh, hello. Get this. Get that. Okay, is that all of them? Are we good? Feels like I missed something. Did I miss something? That could be not good. Oh, I did miss something. Uh-oh. Alright, and then there's that one. Up there. Okay, well, could be worse.
Is this really necessary?
Okay, Kanish, come on. There you go.
There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Okay, there. And then down there. Oh. And over here. Okay.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago. He's very powerful.
He's very pretty. And taking a nap. Usually I just run up and hit him. Never just stop and look.
Paimon can tell. He is huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King of abyssal filth.
Yeah, we won't be doing that, thanks.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, calm down, bro. It'll be fine. Maybe.
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step back.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds?
What? No!
No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
Certainly less harm than if you had us purify him all the way.
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time.
I mean, yeah, and you don't even get to be upset about it. That's not fair because you lied to us. So, shush. Oh, bro, come on. Seriously?
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Literally no.
Elder Trinidad! What are you doing?
Oh, bro. He's gonna wake up now.
No, the Mountain King is waking up. He will cause even more casualties.
Everyone, out! Now!
Oh, the blinking sound.
Well, it seems there's only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made.
Oh, bro's going crazy.
Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Seriously, come on, man. So unnecessary. Oh, there's Gneech.
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here.
Delightful.
Give me a hand.
At least they haven't messed with my team comps here.
Time to shine!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. You can use those against him.
Oh no, wrong way.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. Thanks for the little tutorial, Gneech. Much appreciated.
One with wind and cloud.
Right, man! Into the fire! Hey-ya!
Where'd he go? No, like seriously, where'd he go? Rude. That's cheating.
Target acquired.
Basically just spin around you, you know, bro. Oh. Oh.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Oh.
Kill me! Put an end to White Natlan's shame!
Oh.
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Oh.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire. Please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kongamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the chief!
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the scions of the Canopy's adventurous spirit in action?
Might also be, those particular individuals.
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it, but the shell appears to insulate him against the influence of abyssal power. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infecting him.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal.
Sure.
I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Yeah, because, like, why would you do that? Alright.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal energy? That's a good thing, right?
It's certainly not a bad thing.
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable. No longer will we need to perform an annual cleansing ceremony.
Ah, how convenient.
Wow, that's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night like none other in our history. Because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire. And that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa! So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. I cannot answer that question. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Yes, we simply must. Oh, that's some good victory music, isn't it? Such good vibes. Honestly though, I feel like it was a solid enough choice as a follow-up is to do something like a little fun in response post everything with Furina. There he is. The standing is back. That's good. It's for the best. Kinda needed that one. Oh. If this cutscene ends and I am not standing on that cliff and Adam said like 5 feet below on the ground, I'm gonna be so upset by that.
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula die of laughter?
Yeah, fair enough.
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kanich, when you went into the flames, were you intending to,
Intending to what?
do the same thing as Burkina?
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, not on what it would cost. But now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice myself?
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it with your life.
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me too.
Interesting, interesting. Alright.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then, what price did he pay?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you want. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and for the tribe.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing now?
Uh-huh, okay.
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory.
Okay, well, you know what? That's good. Good that there's nothing to worry about.
But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
Sadness.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on, but nobody is home. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss, but time has been less kind to its soul. It was ground to a pulp long ago.
But we saw him come back to his senses yesterday.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang.
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now, and is focusing on moving forward. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the future.
What a positive attitude there.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too. Thank you for your help, Traveler. I owe you one.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost out.
Aw.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know us anything.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free.
Aw, come on.
So, promise me, if you need anything in the future, you'll come to me.
How sweet.
For you, I'll do anything.
Ah! No, they did it. Oh my gosh. Aw.
So, in the end, only poor little Hoonie got the sad ending?
Yeah, everyone me. First Nana, then my dad. Why does everyone in my family have to suffer?
Hoonie, it'll be okay. Your dad will get better soon.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face. But it was all the Mountain King's fault.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Hon, it really wasn't.
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise not to fight, Uncle Sanka will tell you a story. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the turnfire after last time. That's why I came back, to make it up to you.
Actually, that's hilarious that he took our word on that.
All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka loves the most about your people?
What?
Your extreme sports.
Oh, good. We're just making things up again.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. I believe you call it bungee jumping?
You know, the fact that he used that twice makes me think it actually did happen, which is kind of funny. Like, just imagining this guy wandering out of the abyss, and then suddenly there's a dude falling on his head.
It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me. So, I introduced myself to the jumper, we made friends, and I even helped treat her wounds.
Oh, a she. Did you make a friend?
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe, so we had to part ways for a while. In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. A horrible experience to look back on.
Yeah, we're the worst, I know.
Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So I feel your pain, Hoonie. I was in the same position.
He really does like to pontificate, doesn't he?
But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past. I even managed to reunite with my friend.
Is that it?
Yeah, he's not a good storyteller, is he?
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of times. Sorry, Uncle Sanka, but you're not cut out to be a teacher.
Very smart, Hoonie, but not quite smart enough. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. So, I thought you might like to see her too.
No way. It's the Saurian, isn't it? No way.
She's right behind you. Turn around and see.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not falling for that one again. Huh?
That actually makes me so happy. I'm so glad. Good for them. How sweet. I'm glad that at least she got kind of a happy ending, even if her dad is a literal idiot who doesn't care for his own life when he has a daughter. Like, come on, man. Come on. Alrighty. Well, I do believe that will have to be the end for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a good time. My next stream will be tomorrow. I will probably be playing some more Honkai Star Rail, so you can look forward to that. Starting at 11 a.m. EDT, just for a couple hours this time. Not as long as my previous stream, trying to get through the Archon quest or anything. So, shorter one, but something to look forward to. Should be good. Either way, I will see you there, and I hope you have a great evening, morning, or whatever time it is for you. Have a good one.